Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Rage, and we are back today with an important update from my account with regards to my Age of X progression towards Xavier's Unlock. Now, I made some really meaningful progress so far, and I actually only have one section left. Now, I haven't gone through releasing all my gameplay videos just yet, guys, because I wanted to send this video as soon as it was completed, because this could be an opportunity for you guys to also save some resources if you're also a daredevil like myself and you're patient and you want to be, saving a bit of resources here and there. I was able to actually get through the cosmic villain section, which is right here. So once you go through Nimrod, Gladiator, Shadow King, you can head over to Professor Xavier's saga here. And in the heroic section requiring cosmic villain section, I mean, this is the biggest section in terms of where I wanted to min-max some of the resources, because of the fact that there's some very notable cosmic villains, but at the same time too, it's moderately difficult. In my opinion, still not as difficult as the previous section was, which was global heroes. But I did a bit of savings here, guys, and hopefully maybe this can help you. But I brought a very unconventional team and took a lot of patience. But I mean, I don't think I've seen any other creator, any other content that's online that showcases this team respectively. So that's why I wanted to make sure this was out there and that you guys know it is in fact feasible and possible. It just takes a bit of luck and a bit of patience if you're willing to truck through it and save a bit of resources along the way. So what are the 5 characters I'm referring to here, guys? Let me just pivot quickly over here and show you here. Actually, no, Quasar should not be here, but yeah, you can see here it's actually the top 5 characters on screen, which is Mortal, Thanos Endgame, Shadow King, Null, and yes, guys, I did in fact bring in Ravager Stitcher, and this guy, he actually saved me 100 pieces of tech for Gear 20. That's why it was a very pivotal decision, because of the fact that obviously he's very statistically stat crap. He's not going to be bringing much value in terms of that, outside of him just being very cheap to bring up. Now, if you guys aren't pinched for tech gear and you're waiting on farming that, then this may not be an issue altogether. But what I was more surprised about was the fact that even Mortal, the reason I brought him in over the other Accursed team members was because I had him at 3 diamonds, so I really liked where he stood in terms of stats. Although there were more relevant characters, I just don't have their star levels as high, so it was nice that the 3 diamond on Mortal, which was free for everyone, we could take advantage of that. But outside of that, guys, Mortal and Ravager Stitcher, I mean, they don't really give you much. But the nice thing is, and I don't know if you guys may have noticed here, is that I actually brought in no characters with bio gear. And why that's important is because if you're like myself and you're waiting for the release here of Fantastic Four or unlocking these characters, remember, all the Fantastic Four members are bio gear. So this was a massive savings opportunity for me to not just save tech resources, but as well, I didn't have to bring in the other obvious characters that most folks are using, which is part of the Annihilators. You also have Gore and Gladiator being part of that team dynamic. But, again, the drawback is the fact that they're bio gear, right? So yeah, I wanted to share this for you guys. I was able to get the 3 stars, but again, it took time, guys. It took time. Like, I must have reset it. It must have been close to like 30-40 times just to get the right RNG. And I'm actually going to showcase for you guys here real quick why it's difficult to do it with this team, but why you also need a bit of luck involved. And again, I'll make the full-blown video later, but I just wanted to get this out so you guys know that this 5-piece combination, Mortal, Thanos Endgame, Shadow King, Null, as well as Ravager Stitcher, it is in fact possible. I will also say though, if you have a character like Mephisto, he makes it more feasible because he can obviously place the exhaust on the enemy team. That's another alternative too. You have some Mystic gear, so you could have taken out Mortal and subbed in Mephisto. I think that's actually more feasible, and then that's another way you can just skip on the usage of bio gear and saving it for your Fantastic Four team members. But yeah, massive savings across the board, guys. It just took a bit of luck, and definitely from my experience anyways, it definitely felt like Shadow King and Null, these 2 are the most important 2 characters of the team. If you don't have them together, it's very difficult to save. I would have gotten that done. And then Thanos Endgame, I felt like he was really more of an optional luxury, but I will say for the final boss node, and again, I'm going to put some footage here just so you guys can get a sense of the repeat strategy. Thanos Endgame is needed for the boss node. If you don't have him for the boss node, it can definitely be very difficult. Even without Ravager, Stitcher, or Mortal on your team, I definitely can see where the frustrations and concerns could be coming from with that boss node. So let me show you guys real quickly here why this is very frustrating. And again, this is not a go-to strategy, guys. I definitely do not recommend it unless, like I said earlier, you have patience, you're willing to save on resources and materials. But I just wanted to get it out there that it is in fact possible, and that you can actually bring in this team to get the job done, which you can see I got the 3 stars. So this is why it's difficult, guys. We have a bombardment of attacks at the very beginning of this node. You have Nightcrawler starting things off. You have 2 Gambits that are going to automatically ping off and kill whoever's weak. You have a Red Goblin that's going to follow up after the 2 Panda Pools. So you can see right from the get-go, we're not really able to do much. You see that passive retaliation from Thanos Endgame? That is why it's very, very important he needs to be in this initial wave. But you can see right here, this is where the issue is, right? Red Goblin goes ahead now and actually finishes off everybody on the team. And that's where the reset comes into play, guys. So we actually need to make it so, and again, I'm going to make this the full-on video later on when I just want to get this out there again. But the actual strategy for this is you have to wait for Thanos Endgame's passive to trigger to actually get Red Goblin to the red HP. And if you can do that successfully, that's the first step. The first step is getting him to the red HP. And if that's the case, then usually the assisted attacks from Null would be able to see right there. Boom. See, you said, look at the Red Goblin. He's got red. And now the assisted attack from Rogue finishes him off. That prevents the opportunity for Red Goblin to retaliate and kill. But then the next step here is, as you can see, Rogue just finished off my Ravager Stitcher. So there's no way now that I can get the 3 stars. So that's what I mean. You almost need a subset of steps before you can even play the node. The good news is that it's very easy to see which one's going to work and which one you won't be able to play. The downside is that, like I said, you almost needed perfect luck for this to work. And again, that's just because of this 5-piece team. If you bring in a character like Mephisto, maybe Gladiator to soak up some damage, the outcome could definitely be very, very different. But again, I just wanted to showcase for you guys why, I wouldn't recommend it if you're just trying to have a easier time. For me, I have patience and I wanted to see if I can get this done, especially since there was an opportunity here to save some resources. See, right there. Yeah, so Red Goblin's yellow HP again. Now we back out. So that's kind of the gist of it, guys. Again, I have the full recording of me successfully doing it, but it took perfect luck and perfect RNG. But yeah, anyways, guys, hope this helps. Hopefully now you guys know that this team works and you can circulate this. But just remember, like I said, it's not guaranteed. You have to actually be patient and go through it with perfect RNG and luck. But thankfully, we were able to get it done. So hope this helps, guys. Let me know down in the comments below what you think. What other team combinations work for you that are unorthodox or unconventional. Thank you for your time as always, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.